Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Smitty here, man, and see rocking the Pistons cap. Got one of them joints when I was playing live, but I'm doing the stream here, guys. Like and that's the whole thing. I'm trying to get the timing down, but thing is, I'm not out here by myself. I got my family here with me, so you know, um, not able to do everything as I wanted to timely, and plus I've been doing a lot of running around and everything, so it's been a little bit busy. But I'm trying to get this time synced up between California and and back at home on the East Coast. So, but nevertheless, guys, I wanted to continue on with my live reaction, basically in regards to what I thought about NBA Live. I will also be doing one specifically for Madden. So I know people are waiting on that. I definitely will speak on that. I also have interviews that, like, I did an interview with Rex as well, just to add on to what was said. So some of the questions I asked, and some of those questions I'll be able to answer on my own. So just look out for that, because I will definitely get to that for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, just stay tuned. But right now, though, what I'm talking about here is in regard. Excuse me, I'm on the phone here, just trying to clear up some stuff. Let me see. All right, how's the game? So now, getting into NBA Live. So some people may not have been here to what I was talking about. I got pulled away from my last, from the last stream there. I had some things going on at EA Play in that Creators Cave that I had to get to attend, so that's why I had to cut it short so abruptly. So, but I mean, if you're looking, let me make this part clear off top. If you're looking for NBA 2K in NBA Live, then that just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, if you're looking for that, then yeah, it's a legit game. But hey, what's up, Marcus? But I'm not. I'm looking for NBA Live. What does it bring as far as NBA Live, as far as basketball is concerned? So and plus it gets subjective when you say, well, is it better than 2K or is it better than this? Like, that's subjective. So it's hard. That would be up to each individual, because some people will like it, others won't care. Now, as far as what you guys are saying, did you hear anything about WNBA? No. From what we played, there wasn't any. There wasn't even any WNBA in the demo that we got to play. So I wouldn't have any information or insight as far as the WNBA is concerned. Find out. We'll find out about that at a later date and time whenever they post that info out there. But what I will say overall, because I got some, like I said, I got some more hands-on time with it. Got some more hands-on time with the one, even though it's basically, like I said, it was basically a demo play. So I got to mess with the three different types of players that within the demo, at least, that they had, and they broke down everything. And it's like I said, gameplay wise, there's like, the key thing here is control. The other key here is that they needed a lot more animations in the game. And hey, what's up, 65 South? What's going on? Like, they needed a lot more animations in the game. They needed a lot more in regards to the post game, and just animations in general, like collisions, running without the ball, foot planting, all that good stuff. And they definitely have came through with that so far. I mean, and the reason why I say so far is because, like, I've been giving them feedback on the game every day, all for these past 3 days, and saying, yeah, play the W. No, you can't play with the WNBA. So I don't know what they were doing, but you can't do it. But this is the thing, like, like I said, they delivered a lot on the animations. They put in a lot of work in terms of the post game, and they're not done yet. That's the crazy thing. They still have a few months before this game goes out. And if you guys, and this is the one thing that I was saying to the devs that also to understand, if you recall, well, for those of you guys that stuck with the series, um, even though the game said they have cut scenes. You hear about that? Nah. Well, it's a 7 out of 10 to you, and that's subjective. That's what I'm saying. It's a 7 out of 10 to you. Like it's your feeling. Your feeling is your own feeling. So I'm not here. I'm not here to tell anybody, yo, it's a 10 out of 10. You gotta get it. You must buy. Like no, I still am telling you guys the exact same way. I mean, I know other people did videos and stuff like that, and I reacted and all that, and I was amped up about live because I'm happy to see where live is at. Like live, and that's the whole thing. The generation of gamers that are out here now, like the younger ones, they don't recall live. Like they don't recall live being in that. Like they grew up on 2K. I grew up on live, and I remember when live was on point. Live was it. You know what I'm saying? And then 2K came in, and it was like you had two legit games for a little bit, but then live fell straight off the grid. And it's like now these dudes are back on the map. And if you recall, like I was saying, if you recall how they did things with live 14 through 16, how they would update things and they would progressively tune and stuff like that, it wouldn't surprise me to see those guys do something along that same line. But they have a much more better animation library to update from. And I mean, look, you guys saw the Drew League footage that was out there, and I mean, LeBron looked and played like LeBron, felt like LeBron, shot like LeBron. So did Kevin Durant. So did Klay Thompson. So did Steph Curry. So did even Zaza from what they had in that game. So did Tristan. So did Kevin Love. So did Kemba Walker. So did Kyrie. So did DeMar. So did like everybody felt like their own individual in the game. And I mean, they have a lot of. Let me see. Yeah, they had a lot of. Hey, what's up, David? I remember back when Live 95 on Sega Genesis. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like Live 95 was the joint. You know what I'm saying? And see, the funny thing is, this is the funny thing. People said, and myself included, was like, man, what they had in Live 10, all they need to do was build on that. Well, they did. You see what I'm saying? It's essentially as if, like, what if they built from NBA Live 10 and just kept going off of that and built up? That's what this is. See what I'm saying? And I mean, yo, it was sweet playing, and you're gonna see from guys that were that like you're gonna see from some guys that got some footage, and um, what's the name of the game that I want to say? Uh, what's the name of the game? Oh yeah, no, playing on the street court, playing in the one, and running into Allen Iverson. Yo, that's that's crazy. And I mean the attention to detail they got, the visual fidelity is on point. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like you could cut the rules off, and you could straight push people out of midair, like knock dudes to the deck and everything. They try to shoot a three, you went out there to the deck and push them, like run up to the arc and just knock them out the sky, steal the ball for dunks and stuff. Man, it was crazy, but it was mad fun. You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing here is about having two choices, and you're gonna have two legitimate choices. The demo comes out in August at some point. The game releases September 15th. These cats is dropping this game with confidence, man. I'm like, EA's back in this game, dude. Like, and I mean, I know some people probably like, I see some people feel a particular way because they did that NBA Live party. It's like, oh, you got all these 2K guys. Listen, now I don't. Now I know people flake off and they'll play the game for 5 minutes and they won't rock it no more and all that good stuff. I understand that. I know there's going to be people that are going to be all on it right now and then they're going to flake right off. I know that's going to happen. But at the same time, you also got some dudes that genuinely were playing this game and were on point. You know what I'm saying? And you said they started the sweat system. Yeah, see, and let me tell you, the one thing that was cool that I really liked when I was playing the one, and I was on Venice Beach. The cool thing was that when you start the game, your player's completely dry. He's, completely dry, hasn't sweated or anything like that. But as the game progresses, you start to see the sweat seep through to their clothes, because you'll see the sweat, like my man, like the character you got, he's rocking a tank top, a blue tank top, and you'll start to see the sweat seep through on his shirt. You see it going down his back and on his chest, along with on his arms and all that stuff. So it's like, that attention to detail is hot. So I like it. Like it's and see, this is the whole thing we always talk about when it comes to 2K. Oh man, it's the little things. It's the little things that make the game make that much more of a significance. And it's like they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? They're adding those things in. It's like what you heard Mike Mahar say. He's like one of the main producers on Live, and I got a video. I got a video. I have an interview with him, and just so that y'all know, like I said, I did. It's not video, so it's just the audio clip. So I'll just put up a little screenshot. When I get back home, I'll upload those interviews. But I got an interview with Mike Mahar, and I got an interview with Ryan Santos. So both of those guys gave some insight in regards to the game. And I mean, I've been chopping it up with those guys along with the other dev team members that were here, and we've been breaking it down like in regards to Live. Like I treated it just as if it was a community feedback event kind of deal. Like every step of the way, I'm sitting there with the devs, because they had one of the devs that specifically worked on the post-up game and the AI, and we gave feedback, insight about all those things: the transition game, the post game, size up dribbling, playing defense, getting stuck in animations, all that stuff. Because I mean, yeah, there are things that they need to do. There are things they need to tune up. There are things they need to clean up. I mean, some guys have posted videos already, but at the same time, I got something I'm gonna dive in to progressively as we go through. I'm gonna make some comparison stuff, like just talking about what's happening in Live 16 and how and just talk about how it's drastically improved in regards of Live 18. So, but you said that they could. You said they could take my money. Oh man, he's silly. But yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna compare this game to 2K, because we already know. Like I said, it's obvious that 2K is ahead. There's no question about that. So no one, unless you just purely are so diehard on Live that you just like, yo, it just beats 2K out. Like, okay, well then that's on you. But me personally, I got to be realistic. I'll be lying to sit up here and say, oh, it's just gonna ace out 2K in one fell swoop. Like, no. Now I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some trade-offs. Like Live is gonna do this, 2K is gonna do that. And there's going to be a trade-off, so there'll be some balance. But that's the thing I want it to be like, because that's how it was back in the day. So I'm not looking for it. I'm not looking for one to be the other. I'm not looking for 2K to be Live, and I'm definitely not looking for Live to be 2K. So is Live 16 a good game? Live 16 is a decent game. Okay, it's not great, but you got control. You know what I mean? The emphasis is control in regards of what you get in Live. And that's one thing that I love too. In 2K, this is the one thing that I will say this. In 2K, I'll go off of 2K17, and you go from 2K17 backwards, okay? In 2K, you know how, like, if I had DeAndre Jordan on Kemba Walker, this is a perfect example. I got DeAndre Jordan on Kemba Walker, right? Now, if I play man up with DeAndre Jordan, like I'm usering DeAndre, and I man right up on Kemba. Kemba should be able to burn me because I don't have the lateral movement. I'm not quick enough to stand that close up and play him that close. I may be able to do it every once in a while, but it shouldn't be something I should be able to do concurrently and just continuously do it over and over and over again. Like if what'll happen in 2K, I mean, yeah, in 2K, if you stand far enough apart from the player, you won't get suctioned on. But the problem is if you get close in 2K, they suction you as a defender. They'll suction you on, and you'll be in relative position to make a play. And it's like, dude, I just burned him off the first step, and I burned him off a crossover or whatever. Like, I burned him. Give me my trip to the rack. You see what I'm saying? But what 2K has a tendency of doing is they'll suction him back onto you and put him in position to make a play when it's like, no, I burned him. That difference between 2K17, and what happens in live right now, like, I love it because in live, if you blow past the man, either he's going to be well out of position because he's too big, and he doesn't have the lateral movement because, see, that's the one thing too. The defensive controller is not going to be that forgiving for you. So if you got a big, like what I was trying to make the point yesterday, was that if you have a big and you try to play up defensively, just play right up close on him, you're going to get burned. Like, you got a faster guard, you have a guy that's more athletic, more agile, or what have you, you're getting burned off the dribble. Because that margin of error is going to be that margin of error is going to be larger for you. So you're going to have to play off. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is, as far as what's I'm looking for, like, I've had instances where I would burn past the center, get to the hole. Now, this is the other thing too. I'll burn past the center, I'll burn past Jordan, but then he'll be able to recover and he'll be able to get a hand on the ball, knock it out, right? So it's like they can still come back and make plays on you. So it's not like, oh, they just can't do nothing once they're beat. No, but if you make some kind of contact, at the point you beat them, you still can rise up and go ahead and make the play. So what about Cam? I mean, they didn't have all they didn't have every NBA team in the game. They only had Cavs and Warriors, and then you played a game of the Drew League. That was it. So that's all they had. So I can't say, oh, well, what about Karl Anthony Towns? I'd have to see it. I'd have to play it to really tell you. So I unfortunately can't truly answer that right now. Let me see. I'm going through the questions you guys had posted. If I had to make a choice right now, live or 2K? See, R. Brown, that's a question. Once again, you're asking a question I can't answer. 2K18 isn't out, so I can't talk on that. That's not even a legit question to ask at this point. What's the Drew League? Drew League is basically, like how you got Rucker and you have various parks like Hoop Dome and things like that. That's Drew League. Drew League is like Rucker Park, except it's in LA. No, I think it's if I'm not mistaken, it's in Watts. Yeah, and see, that's the other thing too. Like you said, Nick plays. We don't know about the dynasty mode yet, or what they call the league. So we'll find out about that in due time. All right. So looking forward to see what happens there with that. So 2K doesn't innovate enough. They got a corny story. Gameplay wise, it's not bad. Okay. All right. Yeah, I would say this. If speed and weight are not fully factored in like that, they do a great job of giving that visual, the optical illusion. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that Sim and I always say. If that can't even be answered yet, if you can't truly address it, give the optical illusion of like, hey, look, we don't have it full blown 1-to-1 weight and everything all added in, but from what we got from what we have in our system, it gives you that visual impression that, okay, if I use this big, he's not going to move nearly as fast. And that was the one thing when I was playing the one, because you have a shooter. You basically got a guard that's a shooter. You have basically a point guard, a shooting guard that's more of a slashing type, and then you got a big man that's a rim protector. And see, the cool thing about that was when I had that center, I had to treat him like a center. Like he's not going to be fast. I can't cover the whole floor with him. I got to play my position right with setting picks, and that's the whole thing too. It and you said, is do we have roster editing? No answer on that. Like I said, I'll let Mike Mahar answer that. No roster editing answer at this point. There is no answer on that. So I know people were going. Somebody was going on Twitter saying they confirmed it. They didn't confirm anything because no one said anything yet. So I have it on audio from Mike Mahar. Okay, one of the main producers of the game, it's saying like they're going to elaborate. They will announce everything that's going on with the game in due time. So just got to stay tuned on that. So I got to wait on that too. And I just was speaking directly with the brothers. So that's the scenario on that. But we all know that is a huge, huge burning issue or issue and question because you got to have that. You got to have that. Oh, I look. I will say this, like Shakedown, that's my brother, that's my dude. Shakedown came through. He was on the sticks, like he was on the sticks hard. He was chilling, like they had the little live booth section and everything. Like he was hanging out on live. When we was in the creator cave, he was on live like all day. He just sitting there, just on the sticks, getting it in. When we was at the NBA live party, he was on the joint playing it. Like I'm telling you guys, like he really likes the game. You know what I'm saying? And I can't speak for other dudes, like I said, because, I can't speak for everybody. But Shake, I know him too. I know him well enough, I should say, that I think he's really, the way he's talking, he's really invested in the game. He's really looking forward to the game. And I definitely can't, man, let's say what? Let's see. Live looks good in the animations. At the rim look good, but I'm afraid of shooting animations. Oh well, what are you afraid of? What's your fear? Just like let me know, Nick, from what you're saying there. But are there any questions? Are there any questions that y'all want to ask me in general, like that I could try and answer for you from what I played, or maybe some questions you have might have already been answered by by other guys that did videos and stuff, or by their impressions they gave of the game. Let me know something because I was trying to do it. I was trying to do it in the when I was streaming yesterday, but like I said, I got pulled away for some feedback sessions and some other things I had to check out in regards of Madden, and so I didn't have that opportunity to break that bread. WNBA. What about WNBA? Like, you gotta do more than that. How's the presentation? Presentation looks like they finally did something. You know what I'm saying? Like, they finally did something with the presentation. Now, I will say this once again. They did not have, it still is a demo, and the thing is, the game is in alpha. So, it's like it's not even, in beta phase. So, what they basically did was when they brought this game to EA Play for the demo they had to scale it back. So it's like they had to get a scaled down version together to be playable here for EA Play. So presentation wise, I will say this: the one stuff they have in there and the logos and how they have it flip and when they show replays and stuff, that looks a lot better. It looks a lot better, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish they had that a long time ago. But that's all I could really say. But I will say this, though. I don't know, like I said, I didn't see the off-screen footage. Like, I didn't watch the full video of it, so I don't know audio-wise or anything that happened with that. But what I will say, though, is that I was able to play. I put the headphones on so I could hear what's going on. I'm telling you, you're going to hear the crowd. You're going to hear guys when they collide with each other, going up for layups, going up for dunks, going for blocks. You're going to hear guys doing, little smack talk chatter on the court when you're playing the one and stuff, which I'm pretty sure will happen when you play, with your guy 5v5 on the court and doing your live runs and all that good stuff. So that's what they got going on as far as that part is concerned. Let me see. But we'll have to look at. Well, I would assume that once the demo comes out, we'll see a lot more. Like, I'll really be able to tell you more then because I'll be able to tell, the difference. Like, but you'll see a difference. I mean, even if you guys are able to be out here at EA Play and see it for yourself, even the little bit of presentation stuff you got to see is vastly, better than what we've seen over the years. So it definitely has stepped up. Um, Let me see here. Okay, so just overall stiffness and it jumps straight up while feel less. Doesn't feel like just jumping straight up. Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. Well, you know what though, Nick? See, at the same time, once again, how many years? This is what I'm saying. How many years did it take for 2K to work on it so that the jump shot felt that loose? Like, if you sidestep a smidge to the left, smidge to the right, you'll see their legs flail. You'll see the body move. When they take their jump shot, they have it where their legs are a lot looser. It took time for that to happen. So it's like Live has to get it in their own right. That's something that they can expand upon as far as doing the jump shot. But at the same time, you have a lot of moves that you can do to create space for your jump shot. So don't think that it's just like, oh, it's going to be one stiff jump shot animation. That's the only way that I can shoot it, and that's it, and it's a wrap if I can't get the shot. No, there's more to it. You have a lot of ways to create space for yourself on jumpers because they gave a lot of moves, and the crazy thing is they still have a lot more to do. Godspeed said, okay, does the ball feel truly similar, free like FIFA? In this build, no. It is a lot more free. It is free. I would say it's free like NBA Live 16 in this build of the game. So, not even of the game, because this wasn't even a full game. So, see, that's the one thing when you're playing these builds and everything, it's hard to do a full blown determination and say, yo, like we're talking finished product talk on this build. So, no, it didn't. But the ball did feel feel tangible though. I mean, like on blocks, steals, even when you throw passes, because you have errant passing that goes on. If you throw some bad passes, I've thrown passes where I'm trying to throw it to one guy and he'll erroneously throw it off the back of somebody else and it'll bounce off their back. And I also love the way that, they play the passing lanes way better. And oh yeah, this is the other thing too. Hold on, let me see here. I know there's a lot of signature, but can I go into detail about what I've seen? I will just a second. Let me see some of these other questions. Okay, live mobile, that's a random question. I play live mobile as well, but that's just general. Okay, are they going to live 16 route? Oh, I don't know how they. Well, what they're gonna do, what you're gonna be able to do with the demo, they didn't go into full detail with it, but they did say that you're gonna be able to play the one and take your one character and start. You'll be able to start out with it there. Basically, like how you had the prelude in 2K17. It's like that in that sense with the one. You're gonna be able to start out with your guy. Bring him. You're going to be able to start out with your guy. They're bringing back the game face, so you'll be able to scan yourself in using the game face app. Put your face in the game, put your character in the game, start to build your guy up in that demo, and then you'll be able to transfer that player over to Live 18 when the full game ships. But that's all I know. That's what they basically told me. Let me see. Let me see. Will the WNBA be in the game in some way? As far as yes, but in what way, we don't know. How do I feel about the archetypes? Are they balanced out? Yeah, it is balanced. It's balanced out to me, two-way. It's balanced out to me because, let me see. And I'm going to answer vintage. I'm going to answer your question, and I'm going to go back, and I'm going to answer. I'm going to give some signature stuff in a moment. Okay. The archetypes. Yeah, it feels balanced out because thing is, just because you got a badge, just because you have those badges, doesn't necessarily mean, I'm going to be wet all the time, or I'm going to block every shot. Every single screen, I'm going to knock dudes down. Like, no. No, it doesn't mean that automatically. Like, okay, I was playing with the big. Okay, when I was playing the one with the big, and I had the intimidator. Okay, intimidator basically, like if they try to come, like for those that may not have seen the article, they come to you towards the rim. You basically can go up and you can block. You don't even have to necessarily block. Just your presence is a threat, and then you can mess around and make people miss because of the threat that you pose. Right now, I was going up contesting dunks and stuff like that. I still got banged on, even though I would time it right and everything, and I still got banged out on. But it's like this: more often than not, you will be able to get the block. But think about it like a Dikembe Mutombo, Alonzo Mourning, like guys that were all great shot blockers, they got banged on too. You know what I'm saying? They made some great plays and they made some great stuffs at the rim, but they also got their stuff packed in as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all, about that. That's what happens when you're doing it on the phone. You got phone calls trying to come in and things like that. So I apologize about that, y'all. Uh, Let me see here. What is it I want to say? Oh yeah, so it is balanced. It's balanced out. You know, you only get to play with basically one badge, and you have the other badges there that show, but you have like one primary one, and then you have the other ones that you got to build upon, or they'll flash or whatever based upon what it is that you do. Um, but it is going to create a nice balance. It's not going to be some OP fest. At least going off of this demo at this point at this state. So that's all I could really say on that. Like, it's hard to really say, yo, it's going to be one way or the other. You know what I mean? Because I know that we're looking at NBA 2K to an honest extent as the measuring stick, and we all know we see badges like limitless range and stuff like that, and we see how people just go buck wild and crazy on the court. So I get it. I understand that, but it felt balanced to me at this point. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when it comes to the demo and of course release. So because there's a lot of feedback these guys were giving. So from the feedback they're giving, we'll see what these guys do to make the game a lot sharper, especially come time to the demo. Now let me go back here a little bit. Okay, now as far as Kyrie's layups, yeah, Kyrie sit. Like what I had said before, I think I said the other stream before. I was playing against one of the devs, and dude pulled off a Euro with Kyrie. I mean, he was going up against CPU DeAndre Jordan when we were playing the Drew League, and he did this sick Euro, and it was just like what Kyrie did in the finals in game 4. Like he did this heavy Euro step, just he set him up with the crossover dribble, created that space. And then when it was like DeAndre tried to recover, he took it the opposite direction, hit him with that two-step, just whoop, whoop, took it up. Like, it was sick. It was sick. And that thing like LeBron, you see LeBron playing like LeBron out there. Let me see. Let me go to how's the passing. Yeah, passing is improved. I don't have a review. I don't have a review to give you off of a alpha build of a game, and on top of it, off of a alpha build that was stripped down, scaled back, so you guys so that it could be used for mass consumption on a demo basis. I'm not gonna have a review. That wouldn't. That they should add fouls. Oh yeah, we definitely suggested that. We definitely did. I told them up front, like, I want to see a balance between when you're playing on a straight up open court like a Venice Beach court versus an indoor court that would be more of like, your pro-am, like legitimate pro-am kind of deal. So yeah, we definitely talked about that. So we let them know that when we had a feedback session, and we definitely let them know about that. So let me see. But the passing, yes, the passing is much, much better. And like I said it on Twitter in a reply to some people. You have your straight up traditional pass just by hitting X. So you have that. but you also have. I mean, somebody took a picture of a screenshot of the controls. You have your lob pass. You have your lob pass. You have your bounce pass. You have your flashy pass. You have your player to player alley oop. You have your player to player alley oop off the glass, and you have your self alley oop off the glass. So you have the controls, and the cool thing about it is that with the animations they got, dudes will play the passing lane even on the bounce pass. Like if it's there, they will go down towards the ground and at least swipe it and knock it out. Are there chase down blocks? Yes, there are. There are chase down blocks. As far as floaters manually, that I don't know as of yet. I'm pretty sure you can. Yes, I'm pretty sure. If I'm not mistaken, yes, you can. I don't fully recall if you had told me that or not, if you could, but I think you can do manual floaters in there. How's the interior defense on inside shots? The defense is there in the paint. I had to Kevin Durant. Okay, like this just to give you an idea. Like I had let me see, what was it? Kevin Durant? I want to say, yeah, I was controlling Kevin Durant. All right, now Giannis drives to the rack. I think Giannis was on the other team. It could be wrong, but Giannis was on the other team. Drives to the rack. Okay, he goes up to the rack, tries to go up for a dunk. Boom, slap that sucker against the backboard. Right. I didn't get the ball back, but a guard ended up getting it. He tries to go straight up. KD slaps that sucker off like the ball physics on it was crazy because he smacked it off the glass again, but then hit the rim at the same time. Let me see. The shot stick is cool. But yeah, like, and the thing is, chase down blocks were not. Let me say this. I'm sorry. Let me say this about the chase down blocks again here. LeBron did it. Like I did it with LeBron, as we all know LeBron can do it, but it also depended upon where the ball was, what it was you're trying to do, and your position. So if you have relative position basically, and you're contextually there, you could definitely go up and get that block. So that was nice to see happen. It was like, dang, you know what? He got me. I can't even get mad at it. He got me. It was legit, So let me see. Is it hard to play defense? No, it's not hard to play defense. It is a learning, and that's the thing. There is a learning curve to it, but it's not so steep. It's like, oh man, how do I do? Like, no, it's gonna take some time on the sticks to learn some stuff and get a better feel for it, but it is nice. I do like the fact that it's balanced. So to me, and also the others that I asked, like from talking to Shake, from talking to Sim, from talking to numerous other guys, it was balanced. It felt balanced playing defense on both sides of the ball, so it wasn't just one or the other. So it was nice. It was a nice experience for sure. And that's why I was saying back in September, from what they had then, that one-on-one, now it's okay to say, that one-on-one defensive jostle system and everything, offense and defensive jostle. And the thing is, they only had a little bit as far as animations in the game at that point. From what they had then, I was like, oh, like myself, IMAV, Spade, we was all like, Sim 2, we was like, yo, y'all can ship this. Y'all can ship this right now. We could rock out all year on it. So they had some good stuff. They had some good stuff going on back then. And then they really elaborate. I mean, they expanded on that thing tenfold in comparison to what we played back then. All right, now let me get the questions. I know, let me see, what was it? Godspeed. Okay, here we go. How does the footwork feel? Does it feel like you're stuck to the... No, I'm not. You're not stuck at all. See, that's the beautiful thing about it. When you play defense, you hold the left trigger, right? You hold the left trigger, and that's going to put you, it'll help you with getting in front of them initially. But That you're not gonna stick to them like glue. Like, oh, all I got to do is just hold one button and I'm gonna stay with you. If you just stand there, you'll get blazed. So you still have to control it. You still have to, okay, am I going to play to the left? Am I going to play to the right? How much am I going to do it? At the same time, if you don't even have to hold left trigger, you don't have to do that. So it's like in Live 16, you can still make somebody pick the ball up off the dribble, but you got to bump them. Just like in Live 16 and even Live 15, they got to bump you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if they cut you off and you run into them, yeah, of course you're going to pick the dribble up because, you compromise yourself, right? You compromise your space to dribble. But, the cool thing is that you can get cut off and you can still do your thing. Like, okay, they got me this way. And that's the cool thing about it. They can get you. You can, like, let's say, okay, I go left and they cut me off. Like and the cool thing is that they have the on court indicator thing underneath your player. So if it goes green, like it could go green, it could stay gray, it could turn green, yellow, or red. If it's green, then that means boom, you straight up stopped them. But that doesn't mean you made them pick up the dribble. That just means you cut them off going that direction. So in turn, what they can do is they can stop me left, but I can go back to the right and then quickly go back to the left, and now I beat you. I could basically do like Jason Williams did Gary Payton, which I did that. Oof, man, I did that in the Drew with KD. Oh my goodness, it was like Fender come up, I hit him with it real quick, just took it through the leg right once, went like right left, just real quick, just whoop whoop, took it to the rack, banged it out. Oh man, that was amazing. So that was definitely on point. Like it was really, really good. So, but let me see here. So under defensive pressure, it was nice. Like you're still able to do work. Do I see any glaring concerns as far as gameplay so far? Do I have any hints as far as the cover athlete? No hints. Didn't give us anything, so I can't even speak on it as far as the cover athlete. So that I'll definitely have to stay tuned for in that regard. Do I think they'll reveal? That would be that. Yo, real talk. That'd be nice if they did something like that. Like if they did a cover reveal or something like that. That would be on point. Because I mean, heck, as much as EA, like I said, listen, EA invested in this joint. I mean, we all know, yeah, they're this billion-dollar company and all that. I understand that, but I mean, if these dudes, I'll just say this from outside looking in, if these dudes thrown the towel in on this series, it would have been very clear. They would have threw the towel in. Were you able to play long enough to notice fatigue effects? Let me answer that. I'll answer resilience question first, and then I'm gonna answer yours, Cool Hand Bobby. All right. Let me see. Okay. Oh, the shot stick. I'm sorry, I missed that too. The shot stick. Yeah, the shot stick is nice. I'll be playing with the shot stick. It's just a matter of them, tuning and refining things as far as the shot stick is concerned. But I like it. I like it. I like being able to do the dribbles, and I like being, the dribble moves, your shots, everything else. Using modifying the moves. I sat down with Connor. You'll see me show up in one of Tico's videos. I was sitting down with him and Connor, and he broke down all the controls and shown us everything, and it was like, yo, like they got some real good stuff going on in the game. Let me see. Okay, now as far as glaring concerns, I mean, yeah. Considering that it was like I said, considering it was alpha, that's the one thing you got to bear in mind because it's alpha. But yes, I had seen concerns in regards to gameplay. Like the gameplay concerns that I had was basically control would be sticky at times. I would see guys go up for dunks at times, like, when guys go for the dunk where they basically going to hammer it down and they got it behind their head. I would have a guard and I would run up behind them and I'm like right there to go up and block the dunk, and they'll make him flail as if he had no chance at getting to it when he's like right there and he could easily just knock it out. So there was that. The overall game speed, it felt floaty. It felt too floaty, and that was the one thing that I told him a lot was that the game overall, it felt like everybody was floating. Even though, yes, if I got the guard versus big mismatch, it depicted itself the right way. I would win, as I should, but it still felt like you didn't feel the speed of that guard going past the center. It was like, yeah, you win the matchup, but you didn't feel the speed of like a Durant versus a Giannis, DeRozan versus a LeBron. You know what I mean? Like, I want to feel the individual speeds of those of those players, in addition to just the overall game speed by itself. Because I even had to crank, like they had the speed at like 65, 70. I cranked it up to 100 on purpose to play it that way, and it still felt like they were floating. Like, I'm gonna get past you, but it moved a little bit slow. Even with the transition game as well, there were some things that were questionable. They need to tighten up. As far as the transition game, like I said, it's that whole overall flow as far as the speed in that regard. Not going with the whole speed kills, but just like, like just the way it flowed was like, I want to really see that differential really show out there. Let me see. Crowd reaction is early on the field. From what I played, yes. Lionel. The crowd reaction is on point, especially in the Drew. You're going to hear the crowd. You're going to hear the on-court banter between players. You're going to hear the grunts when guys try to block, get dunks, stuff like that, going for layups. So you're going to hear all that banter going on the court and from the crowd too. So the crowd's live. You're going to be hearing it from them too. So all of that is there. So, yeah, you got that too. Let me see. Okay. All right. Now the fatigue effects. Yes, you have shot fatigue and you have dribble fatigue. If you excuse me, if you have guys that cannot handle the ball well, they will lose the ball. Especially if you're trying to make it work with DeAndre Jordan or somebody like that, or Andre Drummond or whatever, and they're not like for ball handling, they will lose the ball. If you're and especially if you're doing too much, you'll lose the ball. So they have different animation. They have different animations and different variants for it that you're gonna see. So like. One instance, okay, let me show you that. I'll tell you this. I had one instance, like one of the devs showed me, he took DeAndre Jordan, right? And he kept dribbling back and forth with him. And what happened was, because he doesn't have a high handle, he ended up like the ball got outside of his reach and it bounced out there a little bit and he had to rush to try and recover it. Now, that's where that window would be where if somebody were to come in and steal it, like, you know how in 2K they have the animated sequence where it's like the ball is loose, but the user can regain control of it unless a defender comes in and goes for the steal, and then all of a sudden it's like open game, they can just knock the ball out. It was one of those kind of situations with him. But then I had another scenario where I was playing it, and I had DeMar DeRozan, and I was trying to break dude down. And what happened was, because I was doing so much work with the dribble, when I went to pull off the spin move, he did the spin and completely lost the ball. See what I'm saying? He lost the ball altogether and it went out of bounds on him. So, let me see. Did they add cheerleaders and cleanup guys back in the game? That I have no idea about. It definitely, if so, it's not in the demo that we played, so I have no idea about that. Have I done ankle breakers and how do they look? Yes, I have done ankle breakers. You can, honestly, you have ankle breakers that you could do off of gathers if you get people right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, it it all comes down to how much you commit and overcommit on the dribble. If you do too much on that dribble, and I mean not on dribble, excuse me, on defense, if you overcommit on the dribble, you're gonna see what happens. Like dudes are gonna get sliced up. They're gonna get sliced up. You do the dribble, take it across, take it back. If they overcommit, you'll see guys fall over. You know what I mean? They'll fall over, they'll lean, things like that. So you have various animations that'll depict guys getting beat. Excuse me, guys getting beat off the dribble in general. Okay, so it's not just as a matter of, oh, we got to have a scripted animation. Yeah, you have scripted ones, but you also have it like dudes. You put yourself in bad position, boom, you're gonna get, them ankles gonna get flambéed, and then you're gonna see what happens. Like it looked really nice. How did the posters look? Oh, the posters look nice. It was a combination of you had your straight up poster dunks, but you also had your you also had some organic things happen when dudes got banged on. Like you was like how you see in Live 16 at times, Live 16 and 15 at times. Dudes go up for the shot, they go up for the block and whiff on the block, but then they get banged out on, and you see how the physics and stuff play out in that regard. Let me see. Okay. Roster editing, we'll have to wait on the devs to answer on that one. I asked them about it. They had no concrete answer on that. So there is no official word on roster editing. That is up in the air right now. Does it have women? I mean, you guys saw the WNBA. As far as how things are going to be incorporated, that I don't know. Injuries, I did not. I didn't even ask about that. You know what? I wasn't even thinking about that. How were facial expressions and emotions? Facial expressions were not. They were. Considering it's alpha, like I said, that's the one thing I'm gonna look at this point, because it's alpha. You saw some expression go on, but it wasn't like this. Yo, what they did, like, no, it wasn't like that. So I think we'll see a lot more of it when it comes to, when the game drops. Not the game drops, excuse me. When we see the demo, we'll have a lot more. But I mean, I definitely am giving that kind of stuff as feedback. So, so we'll definitely see how that stuff plays out. But you will see guys. I mean, you're gonna see guys react to everything. Like when you get that green release on jump shots and stuff like that, guys are gonna showcase that confidence on it. If you shoot like a high percentage shot or a low percentage shot, you're gonna see guys react to it. Like I don't know if you guys saw it in the Drew League footage, but you're gonna see guys step into it like, as if like they're willing in. Like basically, you're gonna see guys try and will in jump shots. You know what I mean? Like they pull up for three, and you're gonna see guys lean like, maybe I made it, or they're gonna step into it like, did that go? And then you're gonna have guys that are gonna be in full confidence, like how you guys saw in the teaser clip. And you remember how Durant pulled up for three, and you saw him turn around, not even look at it, and go. That's one of those green release kind of situations right there. On a jump shot where they pull up for the shot and it's like, oh, I know it's going, and then they just start celebrating. Does it release before 2K? No, release date is September the 15th. So if they're both on the same date, that's what it is. Are there windmill posters? That I don't know. That's more specific. I don't know on that one. Can you do windmill dunks in there? Yeah, you can do some flashy dunks. I can say that. I'll say this. One thing that caught me by surprise was when I was playing in the Drew League, and the CPU threw an alley-oop to LeBron James, and LeBron did through the legs on the alley-oop. I was like, yo, that y'all added that in the game? And y'all still got more animations to add, and y'all put that in there? That blew my mind right there. Like LeBron caught it, like LeBron came baseline, like dude threw the ball off the oop, came through the leg, boom. I'm like, you up here? Okay, I'm like, okay, these guys got something here. So I was impressed. Very impressed. So I like what it is that they did. How was the jersey movement and uniform texture? They call enough fouls in the game? No, I mean, no, there wasn't enough fouls called from what I had played. But see, once again, excuse me. Once again, because of the state of the build, and that's what I'm saying. Some things is because of the state of the build. You're not going to experience like some guys got to experience foul shooting and all that. I didn't get to experience that once. See what I'm saying? So I had fouls. Yes, I did have fouls, but I did not get to experience that part. Okay, so I can't speak on as much because I didn't play the regulated game like that to experience fouls. I played Cavs and Warriors the least. The most I was playing heavy Drew League, and then I played some of the one, but I was heavy on the Drew League. So, and I mean, they did it that way on purpose because they want people to be able to get that full on experience. Considering it's only 3 days, you got some people going to stand in line and they're only going to play it once. Others, like I got in line on purpose. I was like, look, man, I'm getting in line 2, 3, 4 times and stuff. And I'm like, I got to play it again. I got to get back on the sticks, man. Like, I'm enjoying this, man. It's crazy. And people were feeling it. So, let me see here. How's the jersey movement? I mean, it looked good. It looked a lot better than what we've seen. It's definitely a lot better. It's definitely a lot better than what was done in past iterations. You know what I'm saying? Live 16, 15, and 14 by far. So it is much better. Like from the what I saw. I mean, what I saw and played, how it looked. And this is the other thing too. You got sliders. So while we still can mess with the sliders, the game at default is still like there still is a lot of under the hood tuning that has to be done. So let me see. Can you walk around and dance in the park and call that? No, it's not like NBA 2K. Like it's not that kind of deal where you could just take your player, run around, and do all that stuff. I mean, as far as I know, because I didn't ask that kind of question. Like I didn't even question anything like that. So I can't truly concrete answer. You will be able to do your own celebrations and stuff in the game. So you'll be able to map it in terms of what celebration it is you want to do. That's one thing. That's from me talking to Ryan Santos about. So you will be able to do that. Let me see. There any other questions y'all got? Or is that it? Yeah, we are doing our show Thursday. So, like I said, I'm still in California for one more day. I'll be leaving out on Wednesday. And then I'll be back in the States. In the States, excuse me. I'll be back home. I'll be back in the city. I'll be back in Michigan on Wednesday. So, no, there was no creative player option. So they gave you the player to play with in the one, and that's all you got to do. So I didn't get to mess with, it's not like I got in, I couldn't go in and like customize animations and pick player model type and all that. I didn't get to do any of that. So, well, I can't speak on packages because I didn't get to try out packages. Like, it's not like they shown us in the demo. There wasn't anything as far as package that I could go in and say, okay, cool, let me look at this package and that and that. Like, it wasn't anything expensive. It was basically play now or play the one. Play now or play the one. So we do another one on Madden 18. I'm gonna do another one on Madden 18. Let me see. I got to get with my family and see what I got going on, but then I'm definitely going to do one on Madden 18 as well. So otherwise, I would do it back to back, like finish this one and then go ahead and do a Madden joint because I am going to do one like this about Madden too. So I got a lot to talk about in regards to Madden and the gameplay because, like I said, I'm all about the gameplay. So I definitely will I definitely got y'all on that. Isn't the gameplay for Madden being shown today? I have absolutely no question on that. I have no answer on that, MMA. But we will be doing the show, like I said, on Thursday for sure, Sim and I. Um, thanks. Oh, yeah, no problem, Godspeed, man. You know, I'm doing the best I can. Doing the best I can to contribute, man. I'm trying to look out for y'all cats, you know, as well out here. But I will say this, though, as far as layups are concerned, I saw a lot of signature stuff. Like, you know, I think I said it before. Steph did what Steph does on layups. Steph does what Steph does. LeBron does what LeBron does. Kyrie does what Kyrie does. Like, I mean, it's that individuality is there. Okay? Like, I definitely felt and saw that in the game. So it's like, yo, they're doing what they do in the game, and it's there without question. So it's like, mind my mind was blown. Like I said, my mind was blown about Live 18. That's why I sent the pic. I'm like, my mind is blown. I'm fully ecstatic and elated with what they did, man. So I'm proud. I'm very proud of what those guys did with Live. The dev team, they EA it like we always talked about. We always ask the question: is EA going to make the investment? You know, are they? Do they even give a care about Live? It's very clear. They give full care about Live. I mean, look, I'm pretty sure people vlog it, will show it. When you're at one of the most, you know, well, I should say, yeah, this immaculate hotel, you throw a party on the rooftop of that joint, throwing a live tournament. You got all the console units. They covered up the pool, and they got all the units on the floor there. Got celebrities coming in, hanging out. You know, you had Deion Sanders' son came through. Myself and Sim were there just chopping it up with him. Just, you know, we were just breaking bread. Like, talking about, he's like, he was straight up saying, man, I'm sick of 2K, man. He's like, I don't even buy 2K no more, man. He's like, I want to get this, I want to see what's up with this live, man. And he's like, we was chopping it up with him. And those are his words. Like, my man was saying it. Like, he, you know, and it was cool. We was just straight having conversation. Just breaking bread, nothing, you know, no, oh man, yo, it's Deion Sanders Jr. Like, no, we was just breaking bread, having a good time, chatting about some live, talking about it and everything. But beyond that, I mean, you know, you do that, you got live broadcasted on the side of the building next to the hotel on the rooftop. I mean, they had this big old projector. You got all the games projected on the side of the building. Like, if you doing all of that for this game, you got that's full blown. That right there is. I apologize about that, but that right there is what I call full blown confidence in your product, and you're backing it as strong as you can. So that right there was crazy to me. Do we get a new free throw shot? Like I said, I didn't get to experience the free throws, unfortunately. So that's something that you gotta. That's something that you'll have to, you know. Like, there are other guys that could elaborate. Maybe Sim could elaborate on it, or some of the other guys like could elaborate on it. But I unfortunately I didn't have that happen. So it looked like it from what I saw, because I saw off screen. I saw some guys play it and they got that opportunity, but I didn't. So let me see. So it did look new. I will say that. Let me see. Okay, I'm like trying to see anything else you guys have said here. Yeah. Hey, yo, anxious ain't even the word for me, man. I don't even have the words for it. I just kept saying I was on repeat, telling them the same thing. Like, man, I can't wait. I'm excited. Y'all got some things to tighten up, but from what you guys got, y'all got something solid. Y'all got something legit. So that is pretty much all that I have in regards to that at this point. But like I said, guys, I will talk, you know, with some visual aid. I will talk about these things more in depth, showcasing Live 16, and I'll, you know, like, so then that way, for those of you guys, you know, it's one thing for me to talk about it, but it's another thing when I could illustrate it with some gameplay and be like, as far as Live 16, this is how it feels in Live 18, and this is where the clear-cut difference is. So trust, there's a difference. It's there. Okay, so basically that's all I got for you guys. But if you guys have any questions or Oh yeah, I definitely approve of the look. I approve of the game. Like I said before, live is back. Live is back. It's not 2K. I don't. People are going to be looking for 2K in live. I don't know why somebody would want to do that. All I'm looking for is NBA basketball to come out alive, and that's the main thing that's been missing for a long time. Is that NBA basketball has been missing from live, and now they got something back. They got something viable. So yes, that's my sample of approval. I definitely approve of the game. I definitely will be on the sticks day one, or heck, I don't know if they'll give me an advanced copy of the game or not. But if they do, I'm jumping on that sucker ASAP immediately. I'll be all over that game like white on rice. So I'm very happy because this, like I was saying earlier, this is my childhood game. Did I record gameplay? No, I didn't record gameplay. But you got other guys like Tico, and you have other dudes that got some recorded gameplay, some high quality stuff, not no off screen stuff. So you're gonna see what it is they got. All right, so they'll definitely cover. They'll definitely have you guys covered in that regard. So just stay on the lookout. Stay on the lookout for them cats, man. They got you covered. All right, but let me see. Yeah, see, it's. Oh, I already know. Like I said, I look forward to the demo. I really do because I want to see how people feel about it. And I want to see their reaction to it. Like actually getting a feel for the game. And I know, like I said, you're gonna have people that are gonna be feeling for this game and thinking it's gonna be live. It's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be 2K. Now, it's about time that NBA Live is bringing basketball to the forefront, and they're finally doing it. So I'm proud of what they've done so far. So, really, on that note, you guys, that's all that I have right now. Like I said, I appreciate everybody that came through, commented and everything, asked questions and all that. And like I said, we will be on Thursday night. Myself and Sim will be on Thursday night. I will get those interviews. I'll get those uploaded when I get back home. So I'll get that all queued up and set up. Drop a vid so you guys can check that all out. And yeah, so definitely myself and Sim will be on Sim Standard Hangout this Thursday. It'll be 8 p.m. Eastern. It's gonna be lit. We're gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking Madden 18. We're gonna be talking like real talk. This is how much I was into both of these games. I was into these games so much. I didn't play Battlefront. I didn't play Battlefield. I didn't play Need for Speed. I didn't even play FIFA. I didn't play none of those games, man. You know what I'm saying? All I did was play these two games because that's all that I was here. I was on a mission for those two games alone. All the intel I could get, all the insight I could learn, and play it so I could give as much feedback as I possibly can because I want this sucker to be right. Both of these games, but especially live. I want that sucker to be right. So, but yeah. But I thank all of you guys for coming through, hanging out with me. And like I said, I'll be back home tomorrow. I know I'm be jet lagged like a mug, but like I said, I'll get what footage I can up for you guys. And I said I got to get with my family real quick. I don't know if I'll get with my family, figure out timing wise when I'm going to do a Madden joint. I don't want to do it too late because I want to make sure because the 3 hour time difference. So I want to make sure I'm able to deliver to you guys at a decent hour. And yeah, so we're gonna go from there. All right, but next stream up, I should say, is gonna be all about Madden 18, and we're gonna discuss it. And I'm bringing questions you guys got, bring them on. I'll answer what I can to the best that I can, and I'm definitely gonna talk about Rex and his feelings about things because dude's passionate. Okay, without question. So I'll definitely will bring that into the fold as well. I'm gonna talk a little bit about long shots and that stuff too. So just stay tuned. If you're not subbed to me already, definitely do that. Follow me. I'll definitely get at you. He said Durant was like an albino cobra. Silly. But I'll get at you guys. I'll get at you guys a little bit later on. And yeah, till next time, you guys be safe. Y'all take care. God bless. And get at y'all. Peace.